All right, these are the notes for studio art class regarding printmaking. When we're working on the lino block, we are going to carve away the white area and keep the black area. The black area is what will be covered with ink. When we're carving, we will use a gouge tool. Specifically, this is a V gouge because of the V-shaped tip. Okay, we are using water-based ink. And it has a high viscosity, meaning it's very thick and it's very sticky. To spread that ink around, we're using a palette knife. Right, a palette knife is made to kind of almost like something you'd ice a cake with. It's made to smooth that ink around, to push the ink around. We're going to we're going to apply the ink onto the lino block using a roller. Okay, the roller is made of rubber and it gets covered in ink, and then that ink gets rolled out onto the lino block, onto the uncarved areas. Now, when we're rolling that roller on the ink, we're listening for a specific sound. It should sound like sizzling bacon. That's how we know that the ink is thick enough, or is the right consistency and is wet enough and will give us a good print. This is called a printing press. By putting our lino block on the press bed and then cranking this drum, it's going to turn the drum and it's going to cause this table to push through. The lino block will go through the press, and that's what's going to push the ink onto the paper. Okay. The printing press costs us about $6,000. Been working on pressure settings a little bit to figure out what the right pressure for this is, and it appears that K1 is the right setting for us. When we set up our block on the press bed, we're going to do it this way. So this is the press bed. Okay. We're actually going to move the paper on top of the lino block. So we're going to switch this up a little bit. So this is paper. And we're going to put the lino block ink side up. So through some experimentation, we found that this works better for us. If the ink goes on top of the lino block, paper goes on top of the lino block, and then on top of all of that is cardboard. This is called a tympan. And that's the basic process.